You know something that's funny is I forgot to fix this thing. There we go. It's fixed now. Is it? Yeah, it's fixed. I forgot to fix this thing since I played the last game. Okay, so I was finally able to pick up Forespoken. I picked it up on PC because things that I had been hearing were things about how it's a poorly optimized game, and then on your average PC it doesn't really work so good. But I don't really have an average PC. I have a ridiculously expensive PC. And on the specifications for maximum, they recommend having a 4080, and I have a 4090. I want to see what we can do for this, and you know, how far we can push it while it's still at decent frames, make it nice and pretty. And also, though, I want to try and see. I didn't really do too much reading, but I'm going to try and use a PlayStation 5 controller to see if it will have a haptic feedback available. Apparently, the haptic feedback, the PS5 style haptic feedback, was available on the PC version of Deathloop, which a lot of people were surprised about. So let's hope it's on this one. This is going to be my first time completely turning it on too. I wanted to start from the top. So let's see. Let's see what goes down. I think I heard... Is all the sound coming out of my speaker on... All of the music and stuff like that, you're not hearing anything because it's coming out of the speaker on the PlayStation 5 controller. So first of all, that's pretty funny. Let's fix that. I mean, I think this is what we would use. Here, let's test it with like a YouTube video or some shit. Make sure it's working. Alright, so it's not coming out of those speakers. Might I have to reboot this machine? An Oculus device, a Realtek. Here, let me unplug my controller. Even when I unplug the controller, though, like, what would I normally have it on? Have it on this one?
To take a look back at the
there we go. Let me plug my controller in.
Got for the developer direct, and why I think they've finally figured it out. It's taken a long time. I mean, we're talking like half a decade or so since they attempted to come up with their own showcase event that they could basically use.
All right, so that's plugged into the Go XLR.
Out there to all of
okay, let's try this again. There we are. The Luminous engine apparently is what the problem is. Oh man, a benchmark. First of all, this does look smooth as fuck. Just the menu. The controller seems to be working. Oh, let's see what this benchmark looks like. 2.5 seconds was the load. FPS around 120, 130. Dipping closer to the 110s every now and then. Almost 5 seconds to load this area. Ooh. What a pretty dragon looking creature. It's totally not actually a dragon. Oh man, now this one's a big test of FPS. We're getting down in the 80s. Whoa. I did hear people complaining about the amount of time that it took to like load the map. Load and unload the map. Oh, it doesn't even let you have an end screen for that. And I wonder if it's on whatever settings currently are on there. It looks like it's legit reading. The fact that it's a PlayStation 5 controller, which is cool. It was on 4K. It'll only max the frame rate at 120? What if I turn desync off? Wow, it doesn't even have an option to try and get to, What's up, Psycho? It doesn't even have an option. Maybe on full screen it will? No, it doesn't. So the display settings, ultra high, variable, refresh, dynamic resolution, Adjust the resolution of 3D rendering based on overall performance. Oh, I see. This is a brand new game, actually. Forespoken. Labeling this can help boost frame rate without adversely affecting image quality. This must be like the DLSS. Or actually, no, a little different. DLSS is at the bottom. I mean, it's with DLSS off, but, fog quality, cloud, ray trace occlusion on, ray trace shadows on. It even still had everything for ray tracing. So was that benchmark actually using? Oh, I see the kappa. Is that benchmark actually using the ray tracing as well? With DLSS off? Here, let's just keep it on ultra high, which doesn't even have us fuck with any of that, but I wish that it would at least let us look at it. You know, I should verify the DLSS is on. It does look like it's reading. Oh, touchpad swipe to run spell is reading the PS5. I've been okay, I guess. Still adjusting to the medication. Magic parkour. Oh, I'd love automatic item gathering. Let's fuck with that stuff later. It's good to know that that's available. We could even change units of measurements from imperial to metric. Hardcore. I'm still pretty surprised that it only allows going up to 120 frames. But let's try it with 120 frames on and see what happens. Worst comes to worst, we put it down to 60, and if my machine has more than enough power in order to handle it, then we have the capability of keeping it at a very solid 60 frames while it's still looking gorgeous. All right. Let's start a new game. Select difficulty level. The setting you choose won't affect how the story unfolds. You'll be able to change it anytime you like, except during events battle via the settings menu. Stories just want to enjoy watching the game narrative unfold, explore the world. Recommended for players who want to visit every corner of the game world. That's usually me. Take part in challenge. Recommended for players who are used to playing action games. I want to do this one.
Everyone has something they're willing to fight for. Could be family, friends, your beliefs, your home. Doesn't matter who you are, there's just some things you have to protect. But what do you do when the world fights back? Guess I know now. Wish I could go back in time and tell myself. But I was not ready to hear it.
Honorable Judge Maya Bird presiding in the case of People of the State of New York versus Alfred Hound. Defendant charged with attempted grand larceny.
How do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
I see. Officer, please remove her cuffs.
Probably this shirt.
Now, before we begin, perhaps you should reacquaint yourself with your many previous encounters with the law.
Hudson Pier High School.
Haven't seen this in a while.
Larceny, larceny, burglary, burglary,
Not
burglary.
my best angle. Nothing like a trip down memory lane.
Why are you here, Frey? Grand larceny? Is that who you really are?
No, it's just I needed the cash for... Never mind.
Sooner or later, you're going to have to start taking accountability for your actions. Are you familiar with the persistent felony offender law, also known as the three strikes law?
Wait, you can't do that. I never hurt anyone.
Just yourself. You have 2 previous felony thefts, and with this new one, your grand total will be 3. This could put you away for a very, very long time. You have so much
potential? I can do so much more with my life. I'm a smart girl with a bright future.
I was going to say you have so much anger and resentment in you, I'm not sure you'll ever amount to anything at all. Truth hurts. But in the holiday spirit, I'm going to give you an early present. Try not to piss it away. I'm going to release you under the condition you serve 120 hours of community service.
Thanks. You won't regret it.
Next time you end up in front of me, I will not be as lenient. We clear? Good. You're free to go. Frey,
What's up, dudes?
one more thing. Happy almost birthday. It's not too late to start using your gifts to help others.
Have a good day, Psycho.
That was close. That judge might have just saved my ass. Won't get that lucky again. Hey, excuse me. Your phone.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
No worries. Happens to all of us.
You saved my life, seriously. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. I should get back to Homer. Poor girl needs her dinner.
Just another day. New objective added, check current, menu, blah, blah, blah. That's okay. Judge may have a point, but it's not like I can change who I am. If I get caught one more time, my life is over. Which is why I gotta get the hell out of town.
I need to go straight home.
We're keeping around 100. Keeping around 100 to 120 frames. Oh, and the fucking PS5 feedback is definitely working.
I hate the cold. Gotta get inside.
I can feel every footstep.
I hope I never see the inside of a courtroom again.
Can't wait to open my presents.
Let me get a hot dog and apparently a hot cross bun. What the fuck? Where do I live? Oh, it's Knish. Knish.
Maybe I should go home.
Coffee when you really need to wake up. Oh shit.
Hello?
Goodbye.
Oh, fuck. Ray. Thought we wouldn't find you?
Hey,
Lisa!
Lisa? Really? I thought she was Lisa.
That's Chrissy!
Huh. Well, in my defense, you don't really look like a Lisa.
Where is
She
it?
looks like a Lisa to me.
Oh, I don't have it, all right? There were complications. Not like I wanted to get caught stealing the car, but here we are.
We don't like complications. You're running out of chances.
Yeah, I've been hearing that one a lot today.
Ah, fuck.
Get the car back.
It's not that easy. It's been impounded. What's so special about this car anyway?
It's none of your damn business.
There's drugs in it,
Our
stupid.
boss, Mr. Gigan, is very unhappy. So unless you get it back, one of us is gonna be in a lot of pain.
Do I get to pick?
Keep joking. We will leave your body in this fucking alley, and I promise you, no one is gonna miss you. No.
Okay. Okay, fine. Look, just tell your boss, Mr. Chicken.
Gigan.
Gwiggin.
Gigan!
All right, Giggin. Gig. I just tell him I need some more time. But for now, here's some collateral.
Damn it, Ray!
You're breaking me!
Damn you, Ray!
Escape the gang.
Damn it, Ray! Get the fuck back here, Ray!
Damn
No
it,
turning
Frey.
back now. Oh, you okay? Oh shit! I have to go. I'm so sorry. I gotta find a way out of here.
Oh,
Where the fuck are you, Ray?
Yeah, there's no point in running, you know?
Maybe it's safer to go through the alley. Won't they just give up already? Hopefully I'll lose them when I get out on the street. Almost there.
it's a guy bus. Oh no.
Where'd she go? Huh? Well, fucking answer me! Where'd she go? We will find you, Frey! You will burn! Fuck!
Nice hair. poking up right through that fucking gorra.
Homer must be waiting for me. Better get inside before I freeze. Home sweet hell.
The archive. It records the details of any written material you find, people you meet, and a host of other useful things. You can access it from the main menu. Resident of Hell's Kitchen, who's about to turn 21, having been abandoned as a baby near the entrance of the Holland Tunnel, she spent the years that followed moving from one foster home to the next. Upon graduating from high school, she set out to make a life for herself in this city. Despite her repeated run-ins with the law since then, she's determined to make a clean break somewhere new. The long-suffering New York judge who presided over Frey's latest case, although she could have thrown the book at Frey for repeated offenses, she decided to let her off with community service instead. This surprisingly lenient gesture may well have something to do with the fact that Judge Bird wasn't always on the right side of the law herself. She has more reason than most to believe that anyone is capable of turning over a new leaf. Lisa Ortega, the leader of a gang of New York street thugs. She works for a big local boss who set her and her associates the task of tracking Frey down after the cop sees a car she tried to steal from them. For them. Lisa is a firm believer in making people pay for their mistakes, especially when she'll be the one paying otherwise. I'm Lisa, that's Chrissy. A prominent member of the gang of New York street thugs, she joined the gang at Lisa's invitation, the two having been close as sisters ever since they were little. Although forced to work with Frey on occasion, Chrissy finds her inability to do as she's told infuriating, especially now her failure to steal a car they asked her to has landed them all in trouble. The beanies are killing you? Why, man? They're in New York. Well, she don't have a beanie, though. She's wearing a cute little bowl hat. I don't even know what you call it. Look at this place. Some thoughtful soul even made holes in the walls so that the wind could let itself in. Alright, quick inventory. Favorite book, check. Favorite kicks, check. And a big bag of cash that's gonna get us out of this shithole. Double check. Speaking of which, where's Homer? You can't take people serious who wear a gorra or a beanie? This New York is cold. Is that my vape pen? Don't you ever wear them?
The Holland Tunnel, site of my folks' great disappearing act. Who leaves a newborn baby on the street? Well, at least it wasn't the Queens Midtown Tunnel. That would have been an awful last name.
Oh.
Curiouser and curiouser, cried Alice. Wish I could find that rabbit hole and tumble away to Wonderland.
LOL Isekai. Wear shorts in winter type of fella.
My favorite kicks. I could stare at you guys all day. She doesn't like this, but it's all I have. I wonder where Homer's at.
That's a lot of paper.
Finally, I can start over. Took long enough, though.
¿Dónde está mi gato? There you are.
Hey, Homer. I'm sorry I'm late, I know. Miss me? Oh, well, thank you, but my birthday isn't for another few days. Tell you what, I almost forgot. Been so busy recently. Oh, well, you know, important things to do. Writing court, slaying dragons. I'll let you in on a secret, but I'm a pretty big deal. Real big deal. Everybody needs me. We are getting out of the city, Homer. Away from the assholes, the garbage, the cops. That is just enough to get us started. Yeah. I promise we'll go somewhere that loves cats. Even ones like you. I just can't wait for clean air, bright skies. No more chases, no more cops, no more fights. Tomorrow.
I do like her hair, yeah.
One more sleep, and we are out of here. Can't wait to be any other place but this.
Mm-hmm. Man, this brings back memories.
Shit! Homer! Girl, come on, we gotta go! Gotta find Homer first. Homer! Come on, baby! Okay, we gotta get out of here, now! No, no, no! Fuck the bag! Window it is. Motherfuckers!
And finally, the blaze that engulfed the abandoned building in the Hell's Kitchen district of Manhattan has been ruled as arson. Luckily, no one was harmed in the fire. The FDNY believe it was set by some local gang members. The suspects are still at large.
Sorry, girl.
Frey, what happened to you? You look like hell.
Are you allergic?
What?
To cats. Are you allergic to cats?
No, I love cats, but are you in trouble?
Good. She likes wet food, the flaky kind, not pate. She needs a warm place to sleep, maybe a lap every once in a while. And she needs a bath, but good luck with that.
Frey, what's going on?
Her name is Homer. Promise me you'll look after her. Promise. Thank you.
What are you doing, Frey?
The right thing. I need some time to sort some stuff out, but I'll come back for her. It just might take a while.
Frey, wait. If you're in trouble, I can help you, Frey.
Happy holidays.
This is very Japanese. Like I can feel that this was
All right.
made by a Japanese company.
Homer's safe.
Like I almost feel like
Now
I
what
should
am I gonna do?
I should be watching this in subtitles. It feels like a lot of the motion capture that was done by Japanese people. And the way that they generally
Full
move
circle.
and motions and such.
Happy birthday to me. Thanks, Mom. No, I'm better than that. No, I'm gonna fix things. Get Homer back. Finally get out of... Huh? What? Wonder what that is.
Especially in that interaction between her and the judge, it was done a lot like how Japanese acting is done. The motion. Okay. Goes to, yep. The motion, the head nods, the, you know, all those types of things.
It's beautiful. Nope, not getting in that way. Must be another way. Definitely no one in here. Seriously? Who would just leave this?
Looks like you got a new house, huh? Except you're about to be isekai'd off to another world.
I mean, wow. Whoa. What?
Isekai bracelet. Attachments. This looks so cool.
What the actual fuck? Wait, stop! Shit! Oh, what? No. Oh, come on!
Down the rabbit hole. How clever. An Alice in Wonderland reference. Get out of the room. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I'm gonna go in the room. Fuck you.
Where am I?
Play in the rubble.
What's happened to me?
This feels odd. At full volume. Hi, Andra BB. How are you doing? Good morning.
Damn, that is a serious draft.
Whoa. Tired of work? Or Andra?
Where on earth is this?
Athia.
Who's there?
And technically not Earth. Well, not what you would call Earth, anyway.
I swear to God, asshole, show yourself!
Show myself? I've shown. I'm showing. I can't get more showed. Show myself indeed.
Where are you?
Right here, at the end of your arm. The thing that you so fruitlessly tried to remove. Oh, hello, yes. Oh, perhaps you're smarter than you look.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You, the one talking to me right now, or this... cuff?
Cuff? It's a bit reductive, isn't it? Cuff? Pfft. Gauntlet, maybe. Vambrace. Oh, Vambrace. Vambrace. Yeah, no, it's definitely Vambrace.
No. This is batshit bananas!
And yet it's the truth. Stop, you're hurting me now.
Seriously?
No. But what you're doing is completely futile.
How is this happening?
Well, what were you doing before this was happening, hmm?
I was... Doesn't matter.
Meh. It's a kite, motherfucker.
Still here.
Whoever is doing this, stop. This is one sick joke. I am out of here.
You can't run away from me. I am literally attached to you. Why don't we settle down a bit and talk about ourselves? Talk about our interests in life, perhaps.
I am not hearing this. This is all a bad dream.
That shore is pretty. Whoa, that spire is going up so high. Oh my god. It's fucking HOH. Look, I saw a shiny thing. Lead me to it. Let me. I'm really happy that the haptic feedback for PS5 works on PC.
Be careful not to trip on anything.
You can also see things? This cannot be fucking real.
Listen to me, Frey.
How the hell do you know my name?
We are bonded.
Bonded? What do you mean, bonded? Why is this happening? This is... No. On bond now!
As you can see, you're stuck with me, and I with you. And only you can hear me.
Stop! Stop talking! This is completely insane!
Frey, slow down. You need to listen to me.
No, what I need is to figure out how to get back. I thought I wanted out. I was wrong. I was in a bad place.
Well, this place might be worse, depending on how you look at it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it is kind of like Jarvis, right? I love that fucking show.
Quiet.
What?
Hide.
Is that a motherfucking dragon?
Shh. Don't let it see you.
You think? Is it gone?
Yes, and we should leave this place as well.
With that thing out there? I don't think so.
I'm sure the creature is far away by now, and besides...
What?
You won't last long without anything to eat.
Fine. And how exactly do you plan on getting out?
I believe climbing that wall might be our best option.
Every once in a while, we'll be able to talk to my arm.
Hey, Cuff. So, if we are bonding...
Correction. Bonded.
Whatever. If we are stuck with each other, then what's your deal?
My deal.
Who are you?
I am what you see.
Lovely. And I suppose you'll tell me more if I answer your riddles 3?
I don't follow.
Never mind. Why were you rusting at that old shop anyway?
Good question. I've been wondering that myself. All I do know is that before I visited Earth, I was here in Athia.
Wait, what? That means it must be your fault I wound up here.
How dare you? It was nothing to do with me. If you must know, I'm as keen to find out what brought us here as you are.
Athia, a mysterious continent in another world that is somehow both stunningly beautiful and deeply unsettling. A thick, foreboding blanket of what looks like fog envelops the medieval-looking buildings, adding to the otherworldly effect. And if that wasn't proof enough that Frey is very far from home indeed, there are deadly monsters to contend with too. Where is... Maybe it's an accessibility. Battle cuff. Menu. Subtitles on.
So, have you always been this?
This?
This chatty bling.
As I recall, no.
What do you recall?
I traveled here. Athia was not my home. I, like you, am an outsider. When I arrived, there was a lot of turmoil between the Tantas.
The who was?
The Tantas. They were 4 very powerful women who ruled Athia, each with a special ability.
Like what? Magic or something?
If by magic you mean the ability to turn me into an inanimate object, then yes.
The Tantas, a powerful sorceress who once ruled over Athia's 4 realms. Each embodied a different virtue, which in turn shaped how they chose to rule. They were much loved by the people of Athia, who enjoyed lives of plenty under their guidance, but according to the Cuff, all was not necessarily as harmonious as it might have seemed on the surface.
What in all creation is that contraption?
It's a smartphone. It's for texting, calling, games, videos, taking selfies, and... Which, by the way, I am not gonna explain to you, so don't bother asking.
I know what a selfie is.
Really?
Not really. What else can that thing do?
It also has GPS, which would usually tell me exactly where I am.
So where are you?
Somewhere between purgatory and hell.
It told you that?
Sure did.
The phone Frey uses to stay in touch with the world. At least that's what it's supposed to be for. Mostly filled with pictures of her adorable Hormor. Unfortunately, Athia doesn't seem to get cell phone coverage, so she can only use the camera.
Whoa. What the fuck was that?
Oh, one of my talents, if you will. It seems like there's a small settlement up ahead. Perhaps we can rest there.
And you know that how? What are you?
The extent of my abilities is nigh on limitless. I'm a van brace after all.
Uh-huh. So, this is Athia?
Janoon.
Janoon. I thought you said...
Athia, big picture. Janoon, small picture. Janoon is part of Athia.
I get it. Like New York City versus New York State.
Exactly. I think. I have no idea what Newark is.
No, not Newark. New York.
Is there a difference?
About 1 million.
Oh, I see. That's part of that big circle-y thingy. I just moved that shit with my mind. What's up, Mike?
Hey, look at you.
I'd be careful.
Come on, don't be shy.
Seriously, I wouldn't. Let's just keep moving.
His
Why are
friend
you
shape.
so freaked out by this fella?
Why not friend?
Whoa!
Still give petties.
Because it's not as it seems.
You tell me that now? Shit!
Well, don't just stand there.
Attack magic. Frey can use her unique bond with a cup to call for powerful spells. R2 to quickfire a magical attack. Hold it down to build up something more powerful. There are various attack spells. Hold down R1 to open a menu where you can switch between them.
What the?
Don't start panicking now.
Did I just do that?
Well, definitely with my assistance.
I did not just do that.
We did.
I just moved shit with my mind.
Perhaps our connection has somehow awoken some abilities.
I just moved shit with my mind.
I just keep hearing I.
I just move shit with my freaking mind! Yeah, okay, that is something I do now. I do magic, talk to sentient cuffs, kill jacked up beasts. You know what? I'll probably fly next.
Now you're just being ridiculous.
Oh, that's too far. Good to know there's a line.
If you could just master these new abilities, with my help, of course.
Did you not just see me take out that gnarly beast? Oh, bring it, you mangled monsters!
You gain experience.
The fuck is up with the animals here?
They did seem somewhat altered, didn't they? Makes you wonder what can have caused such a mutation.
Yeah, like what happened here?
Healing droughts. Gathering resources.
Might as well pocket this.
All right, I almost already want to turn on the automatic pickup. Halloween decorations. Just walking up to animals. It's Eric the Half Bear. Junun's mantle? Oh.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I'm somewhere that's not what I would call Earth. I'm seeing freaking dragons, and oh yeah, I'm talking to a fucking cuff!
Fan brace.
Oh shit, parkour.
Whoa. What the hell? What is this weird feeling?
There seems to be some sort of malignant miasma in the air.
Okay, turning back now.
It doesn't seem to be affecting you, though, does it? Besides, I doubt there'd be much benefit in retracing your steps.
So this miasma, what exactly is it?
It's quite mysterious, isn't it? I suspect it might be what's causing all the local wildlife to look so peculiar.
So how come it doesn't affect me?
How come indeed? Could it be thanks to your commendable choice of traveling companion, perhaps?
Nope, not that. Definitely not that. Nothing but ruins. Looks like no one's been here for a while. I wonder how long everything's been in this shitty state.
Perhaps we should find somewhere else to search?
Ooh, cuff scanning.
There's something there. Kinda coldly warm here.
Meaning what exactly?
Forget it.
Support magic provides a wide variety area of effects that can help turn the tide to your favor. You might want to slow down an annoying, very quick enemy, or even stop them in their tracks before launching your attack. Support magic is the key to doing so. You can cast currently selected support magic spell with L2. Open the menu from which you can select another one with L1. Just be aware that after you cast a support spell, you'll have to wait a while before you can use it again. However, you can speed up the process by successfully landing a strike with attack magic.
I'd say now's the time to strike.
Oh shit. So much for clean air and bright skies. I try to escape to someplace better, and where do I wind up? Someplace 10 times worse.
Poor you.
Oh, interesting.
And of course now we have to deal with an even bigger one.
Lucky me.
R3 to lock on enemies. Main fix. Multiple enemies are present. Use R.
Okay.
Surge magic, L2 and R2 to release it. Killer blows. If you manage to break the enemy's composure, often they'll open themselves up to a brutally damaging attack. It will exploit the cuff's capability to deal devastating damage. If you're close enough, you can simply press triangle to unleash it. If not only will it inflict enormous damage, it can also restore Frey's health. Leveled up, earning some mana, which used to teach Frey new spells. In order to do so, you'll need to go to the magic section in the main menu. Spend mana to learn new spells. Mana is gained by leveling up, so you can also occasionally be found out in the field. Head to new skill. Hold down X to learn it. Enable high-speed movement and parkour. Hell yeah. And of course, they're gonna force me to learn this one, which is cool, because I've been wondering.
Not bad.
Thanks, Professor.
I told you to call me Vambrace.
Sure, Cuff. Sure. Shit!
It might be wiser to run this time.
No kidding.
Hold L plus circle to parkour. You've unlocked the flow ability, which enables you to perform magic parkour. You can use this to break into a sprint and escape your enemies, automatically scaling any low-level obstacles in the path.
Okay, this is awesome. I am catching some serious air.
Very impressive. Just try not to catch some air into a seriously early grave.
I could run like the wind, and I'm not even getting tired.
Please, try not to get too carried away. I don't like the look of this.
That was close. Where the hell are we now?
The sparkly
big city,
Yeezys.
I suppose.
Hello? Anyone home? Say something if you can hear me.
Not a sound. Well, let's keep looking. You should probably keep an eye out for somewhere to rest, too.
Let's see what's over there.
Setting a destination. Easy lose the world. Make use of destination markers to have the cuff help you find the way. Any destination you mark will also be tracked at the top of the screen. You can see the buildings or landmarks you might want to mark for visit game. Allows you to explore your surroundings with acrobatic ease, buildings, mere moments, obstacles. Why not do that to look for stuff?
Is there not a single person left?
It very much seems that way. Perhaps this oddness with the air drove them to escape to safer climes.
Hope so. At least that would mean they're still alive. They can't see me, they can't see me.
Indulge your little fantasy if you like, just don't get yourself killed.
Yeah.
Attack an enemy without them spotting you. Strike from the side or behind. Inflict crits. More likely if you attack from behind than the side. If you're clever, you can check the lay of the land with a scan. Position yourself advantageous place to start battle.
Now's your chance.
On it! Yeah.
Let's not be ungrateful now.
What the hell happened here? Not only is it completely empty, but this place is twisted.
Perhaps it has something to do with the strange creatures prowling about the place?
Don't move!
Very nicely done.
All right, what's our next move?
Oh god. Oops. Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about trying to download it on Steam Deck. This is the kind of game that you can only enjoy with a good frame rate. That's kind of what I'm thinking. DLSS technically is available. I'm really happy and surprised that I'm using a PS5 controller right now.
Seems we're free of any immediate danger.
And
Here's hoping it stays that way.
The DualShock, what's it called? Haptic feedback is working properly.
What's this?
It's not doing what I want it to do.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Let me out.
Imagine if I could have used magic back in New York.
And what would you have used it for, exactly?
Playing with Homer.
Of course. Something you were perfectly capable of doing anyway. Ingenious. I think we're nearly there.
Well done, me.
My controller, though, was not charged whatsoever. I'm not 100% sure if it would work wirelessly. I have it plugged into the PC right now. Mulgar would punch this jewelry.
Well, this place is fun.
I imagine it was once. Happy, smiling faces on every corner. I can picture it now.
Damn. Everything just looks broken.
Not exactly the most poetic of descriptions, but yes, I suppose it does.
The world Frey finds herself stranded in, seemingly devoid of people. Buildings stand ruined and vicious monsters roam the ravaged land. Frey christens a strange phenomenon. It seems to cause all of these problems. The break.
Is there nowhere that's not, like, broken by this shit?
I suppose there might be somewhere. We should be safe here.
Good. I'm exhausted.
Dim some hot mermaid bitches? And a dragon and a unicorn and a bird? Hathia is made up of 4 realms, each governed by its own Tanta. To the north lies Junoon, with its rich... How do you say that word? Fecund? Its rich fucked forest. To the east, Prenost, heavy with mountains. Westward, the great plains of Visoria, stretched off to the horizon. And to the south, the shimmering waters of Vaolet glisten in the sun. Or at least they did before the corruption brought misery and ruin to the people of the land. Those are some nice tantas. Fecund. I've never heard this word before. That's the wrong thing to touch. It is fecund. And, I guess a base word of it is fecundity. The ability to produce an abundance of offspring or new growth, fertility. Multiply mated females show increased fecundity. Who the fuck uses that word? Am I gonna play Hogwarts? No, fuck that turf shit. I'm not gonna give any of my money to anything that would put it in the pockets of J.K. Rowling. Which it will. The ability to produce many new ideas. Fecundity. Weird. Yeah, I know. That is pretty, it is pretty funny. $624.38.78. A land lost. Hathia was once a rich and vibrant land, full of life and laughter, but then the corruption came, and from the first day it emerged. It was clear that nothing would ever be the same again for the once carefree people. Those it touched were lost forever. Those lucky enough to escape it were forced to abandon their homes and flee to Kipal, the only place where safety could be found, or so they believed. DJBB, hello. JK will be seething. I hope so. Well, I guess she'll kind of be seething, but at the same time, all she cares about is the money going in her pocket, right? How you doing, Toki BB? I do, yes. It says cocaine. This isn't anything actually. So this emote comes from a game we were playing called TKO. It's like t-shirt knockout. And so what you do is you draw pictures really quick, sloppily, you know, with your mouse or whatever. And then you write a bunch of slogans, and then everybody is given a set of pictures and a set of slogans, and then they choose to match together whatever they want. So somebody drew this rainbow, I think it was Evie, and then somebody else matched the word cocaine with it, and it was so goddamn funny. That's also how the slime was born, the slime smoking weed. Yeah, so that's how Cocaine Rainbow came to be. That game though, like, actually will save the shirts on a database that they kind of have, and then you just buy it directly from them. So a few of us purchased this shirt from after playing that game. I can't believe people care about increasing their personal finances after already owning billions. I know, right, Mushini? I would be like, yeah, I'm alright. I now really want that DJ merch. Psychotech is working on getting his life together, getting a set place to live. Where he's still working and he's still kind of got a place, but he doesn't quite have the internet or anything like that. But once he's all set up with that, then we're gonna work on putting together merch. He's already drawn up some stuff, but I want to make like a little robot mascot that I think will be adorable. But we'll see about that. So yes, there will be some stuff soon. Well, I don't know how soon, but yeah. I want Twitch, Daddy. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Enemies can't enter this building, making it a safer place to take some time out. Use the bed to rest up and restore your health.
Oh, nice. I could use a rest.
Pardon me. Pardon me again. Oh, wow. Nice walk today.
Sounds like trouble.
Yes, and given what we've seen so far, I'd say you need to be very careful in case you're planning on investigating.
What in the fuck?
Shit! What is it now? Is this the break shit's doing too?
I believe so. It corrupts everything it touches before destroying it completely. Now hurry up and get out of here while you still can.
What now?
Well, for starters, I think we should run.
Too late for that.
Dragonborn! Evasion and magic parkour. You can use magic parkour to dodge enemy attacks in battle. Press circle at the right moment to take a quick step out of the way. And also hold it down while performing magic parkour to evade automatically. You'll find that different enemies require different evasives.
What the hell do I do here?
Fighting might be an idea.
How the hell am I supposed to fight a dragon?
Anything that big.
Piercing attacks. Certain powerful attacks can pierce right through Cuff's defenses, dealing a lot of damage if Ray doesn't evade them in time. If you see the telltale signs of enemy building one of these, press circle or press and hold that to get out of the way. Yeah.
That's not doing much.
Careful, you're about to get badly bitten.
You were saying?
Even the best of us make mistakes.
Come on.
There, that must be its weak point. I knew it would have a weak point. what it means to mess.
That's not a good thing, is it?
Probably not. You might want to find some cover. Fast.
Shit! Oh, fuck!
Unblockable attacks. These attacks are even more deadly than piercing blows. They can't be blocked or evaded and deal huge amount of damage. If you see the telltale signs of an enemy building up one of these, find something to hide behind. Use a magic parkour to use some distance between you and the foe fast.
Okay, this is bad. Very bad.
Take cover. Nice work. Show it what you've got.
Nope, not working. What did I do to deserve this?
Not bad for an amateur, I suppose.
Hey, you want to do the fighting here? Come on, drop dead already.
I'm afraid our reptilian friend seems to stubbornly help you.
Yes, I'm gonna need more cover.
And quickly! Do be careful not to let me get scratched. Don't worry, you're not gonna die unless you get really bad.
That's your idea of encouragement?
Miss.
That's the start. Keep at it.
Ready?
Doing nothing isn't gonna get us out of here any sooner, you know.
I'll make my move when I damn well feel like it, okay? Yep.
Keep at it! I think you're finally getting somewhere!
Do you think it's dead? The dragon?
Well, it did get crushed by all that rubble.
No monsters here, huh?
Were you hoping for a little exercise?
You really don't know me.
Whoa. Jesus Christ!
What? How does that thing not even have a scratch?
Use magic parkour while preparing a spell. You can make an even bigger evasive maneuver than usual. Prepare an attack by holding that or else. Yeah, I've been doing that.
Look like we have much cover here. Let's hope our dragon friend doesn't succumb to the urge to blast us with its beam of death again.
Ugh, I just can't catch a break.
What the fuck? Where'd it go?
Far, far away. Frey, you need to get directly in front of it now.
What? Are you trying to get me killed?
It has a blind spot. Trust me.
Yeah. Is this even doing anything?
I think so. Keep chipping away.
That's it.
Whoa!
About you.
It's gone again.
Stay alert. Try to work out where it will attack from next.
I don't think I can do this.
Heal yourself. Come on.
Where is it?
Above you. Look out. Look out. Steady on now.
I was able to protect from enemy attacks, reducing damage dealt. You don't need to do anything to make him block, but you will still need to keep an eye on your health. He can only do so much.
What kind of insane super dragon is this?
Different from the ones in New Ark, is it? Don't panic. Try to predict its next movement. You know there's nowhere to run, don't you?
Fuck!
Holy shit.
Any bright ideas?
Yeah! Make this fucker let go!
But you'll die if you fall from up here.
I'm gonna die anyway, asshole!
Oh, this is exciting! Are you all right?
I think so.
Ooh. That was cool.
Looks like there's a town up there.
Hopefully one that isn't deserted.
Well, you'll never find out if you don't go and see.
Oh, whoa, hey! Hey! Over here! Oh, we're saved.
Got it.
The hell?
Move, monster!
Hey, the fuck you calling monster?
The monster speaks!
Yeah, of course I speak, and put your pointy stick away, asshole!
Move!
Alright, moving.
Where are we now?
This is the city of Sipor.
Why are they speaking English?
It's my experience that languages share commonalities across many dimensions.
Okay, any answer works for me, I guess.
Quiet! Keep moving, fiend!
Of course. Back in court.
Let me go! Easy.
Settle. Settle. Who are you, child?
Who are you?
I would humble thyself and answer their questions.
I got this. I'm used to repping thyself.
I don't think you comprehend the gravity of your situation.
I gotten myself out of much tougher scrapes than this, thank you very much. So why don't you shut your shiny mouth and let me do the talking?
Look at her. She speaks with invisible beings. Is she in cahoots with demons?
What? No. And who uses cahoots?
I would like to hear the answer to Councilwoman Billette's question, child.
My name is Frey Holland. I do not know how I got here. I am exhausted. I am starving, and all I want is to go home.
Her vestments are strange. Where is she from?
Hell's Kitchen.
You see? She is Hell's spawn. How else could she survive in the corruption?
Please. How did you emerge from the corruption of Junoon unscathed?
I wouldn't exactly say unscathed.
Tis because she and the corruption are one and the same. We must execute her immediately!
Wait, what? No, that's crazy. I don't even know how I got here.
Please, listen to me. I believe we need her.
Who wishes to address the council?
Forgive me. I am Odin Keen. All this woman is guilty of is surviving the corrupted lands. We have much to learn from her. Until now, we've only met her with blades. Perhaps we could extend her a hand of kindness.
The devil will accept your kindness, as it bites your hand, spreading its venomous corruption into your veins. We must deal with this interloper swiftly. Councilwoman Billette, please!
Both Odin King and Councilman Janesh have made very compelling arguments. Council is divided. Therefore, there shall be no blood spilled today. But heed my warning, child. If you prove a threat, we will have no choice but to eliminate you. Take her to the Tower of Binoy.
Please, Councilwoman Billette, your ruling is too harsh.
Council is adjourned.
She has done nothing wrong.
Wait, what, Tower of Binoy? What's the Tower of Binoy?
I believe it's a prison.
Please! What? Oh, hell no! I'm not getting locked up again! Let me go! Let me go! Don't touch me, asshole!
Ball!
She just got sucked into this world from New York. You kind of know about the same as we do. She's a talking bracelet that's giving her magical powers, and she's in another world. In a Japanese type of manga and stuff like that, it's known as isekai. No.
Get up.
No. I'm sleeping.
Get up.
Yeah, that's the bracelet talking.
Get up! Get up! Get up!
Look, I am imprisoned 1,000,000 miles from home in a Ren Fair nightmare. Just let me die in peace.
If you die, I'm just a meaningless bauble that they bury you with.
And I am fine with that. Just leave me alone. You know what? None of this
is my fault. This is all your
And
fucking
tell me
fault.
how exactly this is my fault.
Can we just not talk?
Fine. Fine by me. Suit yourself. I'd love a bit of silence.
Fantastic. You say another fucking word. You know, I never thought I'd miss the Hell's Kitchen courthouse.
I doubt you'll be squeezing your way to freedom through there.
No shit.
I mean, oh, right there, in the bucket. The bucket is for pooping.
Shit, of course it's locked. Damn it, this is going nowhere.
Be careful with that. That's all you've got to piss and shit in.
Did that
You don't
piss
wanna...
bucket do something to annoy you?
No. You know what? You did. Because of you, I'm not getting back to...
Newark?
New York. How hard is that to remember?
Maybe as hard to remember as Vambrace? If memory serves me right, you weren't exactly in the best of spirits when our paths first crossed. I'm not sure why you're so determined to return.
You know what? I'm just gonna use magic to bust us out of here.
It isn't advisable to use your abilities in front of them.
Why not? They already think I'm in cahoots with demons.
But they will hang you for being a heretic.
What, like a Salem situation?
Do you expect me to know what that means?
Look, we did it your way, and now we're gonna try it my way. Did I just do that?
Quick, put this on.
Who's there?
I will free you, but you have to put it on and do as I say.
Thank you, Triss Marigold.
Okay, it's on. You. You're the one who stood up for me in court. Why are you doing this?
Is it just a hood?
Because I believe you. But we must hurry.
How did you sneak past the guards?
I prepared a tincture of slumber baked into a pastry.
Looks can really be deceiving.
Let's go before they wake.
Wait. Where are we going? What's your angle?
Angle?
She did defend you in court, and right now she seems to be your only option.
Fair point. All right, wherever we're going, there's got to be food.
Well, this is serendipitous.
You're telling me.
Did you say something?
What? No. Please, after you.
Nobody's gonna recognize me wearing this cloth on my head. Never mind this very shiny bracelet that I'm the only person who they've seen with, and flannel. I'm sure everybody here loves flannel.
You sure this is a good idea? I mean, aren't you gonna get yourself in trouble?
Don't worry about me. Besides, I couldn't just stand idly by while they treated you so unfairly.
Who were those people running the trial?
You mean the Council of Sepul? They're the leaders of our city. They settle all our disputes.
Judge and jury all rolled into one, huh? Efficient.
Yeah. Claudia Black is great. Whoa.
As you can see, our land suffers. Everything that corruption touches...
It breaks. Yeah. I saw it up close. It's real fucked up in there. Not pleasant.
Indeed. Athia's all but lost.
Where did the break shit come from?
I'll tell you soon enough. We must keep moving.
The break. I am also going to take a break myself so that I can pee. I will be right back. Okay, we back. The name Frey devised for corruption, for the corrupting miasma that blankets most of Athia is the break. Nobody knows where it came from or why it suddenly appeared. What is clear is that there is no mere weather phenomenon. It creeps insidiously along the ground, breaking everything it touches. Some of the changes it brings about are easy to see, while others are invisible to the naked eye.
So where are we going exactly?
We should make our way to the lower city.
The lower city. Got it. What were you even doing at the courtroom?
No one has arrived from outside the city for many years. Everyone in town wants to know who you are.
The price of notoriety, I guess.
After what you called the break shit.
Let's just go with the break.
After the break occurred, people fled their villages. Sepul is the last bastion.
Damn.
I would advise staying off the main thoroughfares. Less chance of being spotted.
You know, we should stay off the main thoroughfares. Less chance of being spotted.
You're right.
Wow, nice digs. Some schmancy houses.
This is where the nobility live.
Ah, yes, the Upper East Side.
Technically, we're in the north of the city.
Fan out! She can't have got far!
It appears they've noticed that you're missing. Head for the shadows and keep moving.
Stick to the shadows.
Great idea.
Why can't you be more like her? She likes all my ideas.
I have no control here. All I've been doing is following her immediately when she moves. Still no control. Alright, here we go.
You are safe now.
Thanks.
We are close to where I live. Come, I have food.
Bit of a half-hearted thank you, I must say.
Nobody does anything nice without wanting something in return. I have trust issues.
Do you trust me?
No.
What you and I have is an unholy alliance at best. I couldn't get rid of you even if I wanted to.
She did just risk her own life to get you out of jail.
Point taken. Plus, she promised me food.
And don't you want to know what she wants? It's quite the mystery.
More interested in the food at the moment.
Oh man, they partying.
Where exactly are you going?
Can a girl take a little detour?
We can speak freely here.
Splish.
I am
Thanks for the
Odin
follow.
Keen,
Ball.
daughter of Robian and Callista Keen.
Well, I'm Frey Holland, daughter of who the F knows.
I don't know how to respond.
It's okay. Boring story. I'm over it.
Liar.
My father was a notable cognoscent.
Cognizant?
Cognoscent.
You say tomato, I say tomato. Tomato, tomato.
You are very strange, Frey. Cognoscents are Athia's most highly respected scholars. And my mother was a general.
Oof, that is a lot to live up to. Wait, was?
I've been on my own almost my whole life.
I know what that's like. I don't have any parents. I had some foster ones, but they never really stuck.
So you must feel the same way?
That we got royally screwed?
That we must help others.
Tomato, tomato.
This is my
What's
home.
up, Greeps?
You live in a bar?
Above.
I like you more and more. So about that food? You had this on you the whole time?
I needed you to follow me, Frey Holland, daughter of who the F knows.
Just Frey's fine and well played. Well, thanks for the jailbreak lady and the apple, but this is where we part ways.
Please wait. I need your help to save my homeland.
Mystery solved.
That's not happening.
The circle of bending light, the rushing sound. That's what brought you here, yes? You want to go back home, don't you? I may be able to help you.
I'll give you to the bottom of a drink. Nice. Looks like one of those medieval-themed bars. Hey!
Sorry, I didn't see you.
Give it back. Come on. Second rule of pickpocketing, never give back what you stole.
What's the first rule?
Don't get caught.
What is it anyway?
Something that ain't worth crap here.
Well, if it isn't worth anything, why can't I have it?
Nice try, Munchkin. Now scram!
It's all right so far, but the intro is slow.
A pint of your finest ale, my good sir. Oh, hell of a kick. You guys do not mess around. All right, let's hear it. This isn't gonna last long.
My father researched the phenomenon known as the Tirana extensively.
Tirana?
The tunnel of light you traveled through? I believe his work holds the answers you need. I could give you his findings, and...
Here it comes.
In return, I want you to find his research notes on the break. They are...
In the break, right?
It does not seem to have any effect on you.
So they say.
Many have tried to find what's outside the city, but they don't get far before...
Before what?
You are the only hope we have. You're special.
Okay, you obviously don't know me.
Man, I could use some booze.
I want proof.
Follow me and I'll show you. And thank you.
I haven't said yes. Do you believe her?
I suppose anything is possible. Some chance is better than no chance.
I do not want to go back into that hellscape.
Come on, it'll be fine. I'll be with you after all.
Not comforted.
So this game, a lot of people have been talking about how it's terribly unoptimized. Apparently even that the frames drop pretty bad on performance mode on PlayStation 5. I have a new PC that's completely and totally decked out, and apparently that's the only way to play it on ultra settings without much of an issue. I did start this today, 2 hours ago.
Is this then your folks?
Yes. It was painted when we were at one of the Cognoscence guilds. Father was one of the Cognoscence of Junoon. He had the foresight to move his work to Praenos just before the guild in Junoon fell to the break.
So your dad's notes are in Praenost?
Yes. He brought me here to keep me safe from the break. But it wasn't long before he went back to finish his work. That was 20 years ago. I never saw him again. And the break eventually overtook everything outside the city.
We want you to feel like you're playing a game, so please press this button.
Could you tell me about him?
He was a brilliant man, beloved by many. He was close to finding a way of slowing down the break, maybe even reversing it. People put their faith in him, believed that he would make the world how it used to be. I'm trying my hardest to continue his work, to keep hope alive. Here, these are his notes on the Tirana.
Yeah, this looks familiar.
You can have this after you help me.
Quid pro quo. I get it.
He kept his notes on the break and read journals like this one. I need you to find them and bring them back.
That looks
Okay,
like...
so I go and get the journals, bring them back, and then we're square. That's the full extent of my savioring.
I will do everything in my power to help you get home. You have my word.
Cross your heart and hope to die?
You wish me dead?
No, it's a phrase we have on our... Forget it.
I shall pretend those words were never uttered.
Good. Okay, I'm in. Why not? It's not like I've got any better options.
Oh, this is good news. You're truly helping the people of Athia.
Not why I'm doing it, but yeah, sure.
If you're
before
planning
she's a
on
bad
heading
guy.
into the break, you'll need to get some rest.
I'll go in the morning. You got anywhere I can crash?
Crash?
Crash. Sleep.
Oh, of course. Follow me. You can use this room whenever you like, and I'll prepare a change of clothes for you.
Thanks. You're a lifesaver. What a fucking day. Still can't tell if any of this is real.
And yet it is. Now rest. You have another big day tomorrow.
Game systems. Here describes a range of items that Frey can equip in order to improve her skill, stats, and abilities. You can change what you currently have equipped in the gear section of the main menu. Be sure to check what effects your gear, any gear you get your hands on might have. It could make all the difference. Okay. Hooded cloak. Everyday cloak worn by citizens of Sipal. Doesn't have any extra effects, but it's sturdy and hard wearing. Okay. Thank you.
Now you look like one of us. But your shoes betray you.
These have gotten me out of a lot of scrapes. Where I go, they go. The kicks stay.
So it shall be. Here, you'll also need this. It's a map of Athia. It should aid you on your journey. Here, I've marked the Cognitions Guild.
Perfect.
Given a Frey by Auden, the detailed map depicts all four of Athia's realms: Junun, Prenost, Avolet, and Visoria. And in the very center sits Sipal. Before the coming of Break, people traveled freely throughout these lands, but those days are now over, and no one knows what has become of the places the map depicts. Hood given a Frey, broke, Benoy, small city Sipal, unfamiliar face, stand suspicious, such precaution. Helpful, certainly isn't comfortable. Cloth isn't easy to come by in Sipal. The scraps it was made from were very rough indeed. I also feel like the line that she said where she was like, these shoes have gotten me out of a lot of scrapes. I think it was supposed to be scraps. You know, like, you know, a lot of fights, a lot of situations, but, you know, whatever. The Shady Tree Tavern, run by a barman who really knows his booze, being the only recreational establishment left in Sipal. The Shady Tree has become an irreplaceable part of the townspeople's lives. Auden offers the occasional bit of help behind the bar in exchange for use of the room upstairs. The surprisingly stately appearance can be attributed to the fact that the building was used as a school in the days before the break. When refugees began arriving in the city, Robian converted to a temporary shelter, and it quickly became a popular gathering place, which gave the current proprietor the inspiration to turn it into an inn. The Tower of Benoy, the building in the capital where Sepal's criminals and wrongdoers are imprisoned, was originally built as a watchtower and still offers far-reaching views across Athia. Sadly, that means seeing how close the break has come to the city, which means there are few visitors these days, except prisoners and their guards. The meeting place is a committee that oversees the day-to-day running in Sepal. Important public hearings and other meetings are held here, and as Frey discovered firsthand, it also occasionally serves as a courtroom. While the business of the council is usually conducted behind closed doors, the chambers are open to all comers when a trial is being held, attracting spectators from both the upper and lower city. Okay. Question marks?
We're still a ways off, aren't we?
Not too far now.
Thank you again. Tanta's blessings.
You too, whatever that means.
Probably time to grab a bunch of side quests.
Maybe you should grab an apple.
An apple a day.
We'll keep Frey's hunger at bay.
Such a poet.
The last bastion of humanity in a world ravaged by the break, Sepal was founded as an independent territory beyond the jurisdiction of any single one of Athia's realms. As its primary purpose was to act as a neutral place for the four Tantas to meet, it was very quiet for most of the year, with no more than a few hundred residents. However, as the break continued to spread, the increasing number of people fled their homes in terror. The city soon found itself overrun with tens of thousands of refugees. Today, Sepal is divided into upper and lower cities. While the rations the council provides are distributed evenly between both districts, the discrepancy between the two in terms of quality of life is hard to ignore. While you're in Sepal, explore shit, townspeople, character, marks, heads, blah blah blah, progress, certain sub-event available, walk up, triangle, hello, okay, yeah.
So, how do we get to this Cogniscence's guild place?
If I'm reading the peasant girl's map correctly, we'll need to leave the city by the south gate.
All right, let's get going then.
Hello there. Can I get you something?
What's this?
Knucklebones?
It's a Partha from Janoon.
So they're like Athian dice?
They're made of animal bones. You roll one, and if it lands on one of the little symbol things, you're in for a lucky day.
Wow, sounds fun.
Oh, that's all it is. No one takes it too seriously. Go on, give it a go.
Place objects made from bones, roll them, said to bring luck, give it a try, lands in a symbol of some kind, you earn temporary boost battle. Yay. Why not? Okay, defense.
Wow, would you look at that?
So, you're guild-bound, I hear.
Guess you hear a lot of things.
That I do. There's not a lot happens in this town I don't come to know of eventually.
Huh.
No idea if he could be trusted, but we might as well see what he can tell us, wouldn't you say?
Let's ask about the guild.
The Cognoscents used to study things we mere mortals couldn't hope to understand. Old Treaty used to say that one of their books was worth more than 100 loaves of bread.
That's all I get from the guy who knows everything?
I told you, it's town I know about. And that place wasn't inside the city walls last time I checked.
Come on, it was better than nothing. Poor chap.
Ask about Auden.
Auden's a bit earnest, but she's got her head screwed on, and you won't find a kinder soul in Sir Paul. Granted, there are those who think she sometimes sticks her nose in where it doesn't belong.
You can add me to that list, that's for certain.
But her dad, Robian, he was well respected enough that everybody knows her heart must be in the right place. Used to be a very good customer of mine, that one.
Ask for the finest drink in the house.
Don't you think you've had enough for one lifetime?
Nope.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Some complex flavors going on here.
Connoisseur, are we?
Alright, come on. Don't hold out on me. What's the secret ingredient?
Hey, I can't tell you that. It's more than my job's worth. Well, suit yourself. Auden's putting a lot of faith in you, you know.
I didn't ask her to.
Oh, charming. Well, be seeing you again soon. This is the only pub in town, after all.
There's definitely a little bit of ray tracing going on here. The lighting does look pretty fantastic. A lot of darks and a lot of brights.
Come again? Hey?
You like that place, don't you?
Do I? Huh, I guess the vibe in there is acceptable.
Oh, to be young and a familiar face of the local drinking hole.
Yeah. Sucks being you.
Let me just barge in here. Oh, oh yeah,
It's
this
just
is
up ahead.
Uh-huh.
I've been looking over some of my father's research. Sadly, it's all from a very long time ago. If you could only bring back his journals from the Cognoscents Guild, I'm sure they'll help us find a way to save Athia. You'll fetch them, won't you?
I can't do parkour in the city. They won't even let... restrictions. Invisible walls. Ugh. It hurts. I can run like a god now, but no. At least they gave me that. Nothing. Whatever. I'm out of here.
It's like somebody made an entire city out of back alleys.
Which makes them front alleys now, I suppose.
Oh, like that. Like that up there. Was I so close to something?
That's a good find.
Oh, great. Old coin. 1 out of 100. I'm bad at this. Okay, look, we'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll fuck with some coins later. We'll fuck with some coins later.
Tanta's blessings. Hang on. Who the heck are you? You're not the one they're saying came from outside the city, are ya? Well, just don't go causing any mischief, you hear? Tanta's blessings. Hang on. Who the heck are
Nope,
you?
bye. Who the heck are you? Who the heck are you?
Fair maiden, a moment, if you please.
What?
Pray, lend me your ears. I have a fine song to play you. Very well. Then allow me to regale you with the ballad of the enormously clever person of Sipal.
Is that really the best title he could come up with?
Well, did it speak to your soul? Did the doleful melody conjure images of the encroaching miasma, the unearthly cries of its foul denizens? The unlucky inhabitants of this fair city, myself among them, cursed, never again to venture beyond its walls.
Ooh.
Again? Have you ever been out there?
But of course. What manner of minstrel would I be, did I not go wandering over hill and dale? In my dreams, of course.
You, Bard! Escaped criminals roam the streets, and still you do not cease your racket. There is a crisis afoot.
Forgive me, but there is always a crisis afoot.
Well, you may have a point there, but nonetheless...
She's a guard, Frey. We need to get out of here, now.
Yeah.
I, guess I'll be on my way then.
Wait. You're...
So sorry to see you go, fair maiden, but go you must. And quickly.
That was a little too close for comfort.
But we got away, thanks to the fop. Dream wanderings indeed.
Yeah, and that song. What the hell even was that? Ever get the feeling you're forgetting something?
What, exactly? Some sort of errand, perhaps? A favor for someone? A birthday?
I'll never be able to remember if you don't shut the fuck up.
Sorry about this one. He's not the bravest. It's not often we see an unfamiliar face.
Greetings.
Where did you spring from?
Earth.
Hey! Are you the girl I heard about? The one who came from outside the city? What's it like out there? Come on, tell me! I want to know. Oh, wait. My mum says I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
How far now?
Getting closer.
While I'm like fucking around.
Looks like the gate is closed.
I expect they're on high alert after our daring escape last night.
Ah. Yeah, how's that for high alert? I have watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, and that is an amazing, but yeah, like every fucking Oscar. It's one of the coolest movies I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Prods and I watched it together, completely and totally dumbfounded. Like, my god.
I doubt there are many places for criminals to hide in a town this small.
Yeah, not much in the way of crowds to slip into either.
Kitty.
All in all, not the best place to exercise one's villainous urges.
Neko-sama.
A pond.
Kinda quaint, you know?
I suppose, if you consider the drudgery of laundry and floor scrubbing to be quaint.
Come here, kitty kitty.
A cat. I'm so glad they have cats in Athia, too. Let's see.
Chase those cats. It's kind of like the foxes. Yeah, pet the damn cat. I know I want to do that. Try not to lose sight of it. This is like the foxes in Ghost of Tsushima. Come here, kitty. Where you go, kitty? Meow, meow, meow. Where are we going? Where are we going? I'm gonna name you Woofles.
Wow, that is a ton of junk right there.
I suppose there's nowhere else to put it all if they can't leave town.
So this is where you were taking us.
Thank you, gato. Why are they wearing Nikes? Cause they from New York. And they're not Nikes, they're something else weird. Poppet. Once a common sight in Athia, these wooden dolls are now quite the rarity. Generations of Athians grew up with poppets for playthings, and they were once as plentiful as they were indicative of their makers' diverse backgrounds and personalities. Now, however, there is no one to make them, which has driven their value up considerably. It does look like a dozer, doesn't it? Poppets are precious hand-carved wooden dolls. They may be worth something. Or someone out there willing to trade them for goods. Oh,
Is
great.
this for me?
Thank you. Pet the cat. Pet the cat. Pet the kitty. Give me a button to pet the kitty. Where is it? Yes. 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 Yes.
You're no Homer, but you're cute.
Yeah. Such a precious little kitty. Okay, good. Cat petted. There should be a trophy to pet a cat in every game. Pardon me.
Tanta's blessings be upon you. You are the escapee.
Hi.
Please, I beg of you, do not harm the children.
Okay. Bye. Take cares away. Clap, clap. Worry for another day. Dude, isn't it really, Zip?
Damn it.
That's why I got so upset when I first got diagnosed with diabetes.
Well, that was a short trip. How the hell did you get out of this dump anyway?
I know a way.
You been following me, kid?
No, but I know how to help you.
Really?
I know everything around here.
Mm-hmm. And what's that gonna cost me?
An apple, maybe?
So you have been following me? Sure. You seem hungry.
Just follow me.
There is no bite mark in that apple. Now you can't eat the sandwich.
Not really.
It's Olivia. And you're Frey. Everyone's been talking about you.
She's a
I guess
cutie.
I'm kind of famous around here.
Does famous mean hunted by the gods? I call it finders keepers.
You gotta have a cheat day every now and then,
Did you
Zip.
steal all this stuff?
Not all of it.
Haha.
You're growing on me, kid.
Sometimes people have no idea what they're throwing away. I often make new things out of this stuff. Here, if you get hurt, this will help you heal.
What is it? Drugs?
All right, nice. You'll have to give me the recipe.
Of course. Let me teach you how. Try it.
This game seems like it seems like a really cool open world type thing, whatever. You know, like I keep every once in a while forgetting that it's a Square Enix game. And then we have scenes like that. And then I'm like, oh, it's a Square Enix game. Like, they don't need, like, you know, I feel like I'm playing Final Fantasy Remake all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Where just all of a sudden we both have to stop. We both have to awkwardly talk about that little thing, you know, to have like a little exchange. And then they're like, yes, good. Very good. And then like more menus have to pop up all the time. And yeah. Your discipline is growing, you think. Well, get back at it, Ziffers. You get back at it or we're gonna give you pow pow, hmm? Give you little pow pow, huh? Olivia has given you some balm flax. Use the crafting bench to turn it into a healing drought. Oh, you see, and then here, again, like, these are literally the same menus in the exact same place that they pop up in Final Fantasy VII. You know what I mean? 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 You know what... Anyway. Know what I mean, Martin? Refine, combine, build, improve cloaks, necklaces, useful items, bench, B, stock, whatever. Okay, yeah. Oh my lord. I got an achievement called Tinkerer. You're already carrying as many as you can. Alright, yeah, I'm cool. I did it. Thanks. If it ain't broken, you can use crafting to improve your equipment. Look around the dump to see if you can find crafting materials.
People really do throw a lot of stuff away, huh?
Yes, a lot of useless rubbish.
Wait, this might come in handy.
Poison damage is halved and can now be upgraded. Improved resistance to reductions in defense can now be upgraded. Okay. Okay. You can find all kinds of crafting material while out exploring the world. Collect enough of them, and you'll be able to make new items and improve your gear. Okay.
Hey, Shorty. I got you something.
Yeah, we'll get there. The beginning is...
Worth crap.
No, not my cell phone, and thanks for not swiping that again.
I don't steal from friends.
Friends? Cool. Well, as your friend, I got you this.
Wow! What is that? Are you a taunter?
It's a pen light, and no, I'm not a taunter. What's the deal with those guys anyway?
They were the strongest and most powerful women in Athia. They all had gifts. And in the past, they used them to help protect the land. And one day, they will again. They'll come and save us.
Listen, kid. From personal experience, you gotta look out for yourself. People only really get saved in fairy tales.
You're wrong. You'll see.
All right, well,
feelings,
I gotta
ow!
Split. You said you knew the best way out of this place?
Well, if you climb over that wall there, that should help you get to where you want to be.
Cool.
Goes right into a
Thanks.
pit full of wolves.
I'll, see you when I see you.
I'll keep the city safe while you're gone.
Sure. You do that.
Oh. They're just tauntauns. Can you imagine just like 4 tauntauns ruling all 4 corners of this planet? Oh. Catch you up. I got isekai'd into another world, arrested because I'm weird. There's a miasma out there. Everybody's stuck in this city. I have to try and find a way home. Locations marked on the map have been added to the world map. Yay. And that's where I have to go now, find some books.
Why don't your trust issues extend to the street urchin, I wonder?
Because I've been there, all right? Let's just leave it at that.
No goodies in the boxes? Nope, guess not. I hear monsters.
What the hell are these things? Are they people?
I believe this is what happens when humans are affected by the break.
Then I can't kill them.
What choice do you have? It's either them or you.
So this is what Auden meant when she said people who come out here don't make it very far.
Explains why the people of support prefer staying in some of those water.
Ha! Yep. Incoming. Okay.
You're too close, for goodness sake.
I can't help it. They're so fucking clingy. Ha!
Battle rankings. Your actions during battle will be rated, and a ranking rewarded in the end. The higher the ranking you receive, the more items you'll find after defeating the enemies, and the more experience you'll earn. Attacking from behind and performing other actions that swing battle in your favor will improve your ranking, while taking damage or otherwise being put at a disadvantage will lower it. The more you perform the same action in a given battle, the less effective it will be. Improving your ranking. At higher difficulty settings, harder rankings will be easier to achieve. Oh.
Ooh, gross. Got you on your toes now. That'll do it. Got him.
Got him.
That'll do it.
Worried about you coming out of that one unscathed.
Aw, you were worried about me?
I give them the
pow
pow.
Done for if you get yourself killed. Better than nothing, I suppose.
I'll be the judge of that.
It was just in a random apartment.
How about you do the legwork for a change?
Not something Van Brace is a thing for, I'm afraid.
Maniples. Yeah, she just Etsy. She found it in an apartment, like that little bird thing that you just saw go away. It like she was standing on top of a thing. Her life really sucked. She was a thief originally, and she got caught, and she was stuck. You know, this gang shit going on, whatever. She was about to leave, but then all the money that she stole got burnt in a fire when the gang members set her house on fire. And she was like contemplating what she was going to do next, and then she was surrounded by light for a second. It led to the bracelet that was just sitting in an abandoned room. She picked it up, and then she's here. Walk into them, find it, receive something, develop your skills. Always worth a visit. That's a big one. Fountains of Blessing, sacred spots that is said that dormant magical abilities can be awakened. You may even be able to learn a new spell or two.
I feel like I can breathe easier when Sepal comes into view.
Because fresh supplies are close at hand?
No, because there are actual human beings there. Whoa, do you feel that?
Those are powerful magical energies indeed. Why not dive in and see what happens?
Really? In there?
Yay, new spell. Leap. Take off from a wall in order to climb higher. Aim at the wall and press running thing in midair. Cool. I wanted that.
What the hell was that?
Did something happen?
I don't know. I feel more powerful, I think.
Well, more power is always a good thing.
Let me play the fucking game. Pilgrim's Refuge, around the world, places, sanctuary you can restore that you taught me about in the beginning of the fucking game. You'll visit it, add it to the maps, worth stopping by to find one. Yes, thank you. Fuck.
Straight up amazing, am I right?
A little modesty would be great.
Ooh, feathers.
I almost miss the commotion when there's no one around, don't you?
Believe me, you're plenty of commotion all by yourself.
Athia has so much to offer the dedicated explorer, don't you think?
Sure, if you don't mind almost dying every place you go.
What is life, if not a series of brushes with death?
Finders keepers.
Sleeping while walking is not advisable.
But strangely appealing right now.
Well, do something.
Die! These break zombies, they're everywhere. I'm sure they were nice people before, but come on.
Take that!
One almost wishes they'd make it a little more interesting.
Nah, all good with nice, easy wins. Thanks. Is it close?
Not really, no.
Whoa. Huh?
Yeah. Gotcha. Whoa. There it is. Didn't even give him time to blink.
Exactly what purpose is that ridiculous exaggeration supposed to serve?
Monuments. Monuments are sacred stones in which Tantas once stored a portion of their power. These landmarks are now tainted by the break, but freeing them from the corruption influenced will allow Frey to grow stronger. There are various types of monuments scattered across Athia. See if you can earn all the benefits they offer.
Well, this doesn't look good.
Yes, something seems to have drawn the break here. But I expect you can clear it away with your powers. Give it a try.
I'm in the middle of it still. With a white mage. Frey's defensive powers have improved. Pilgrimage. Initiate. Cool.
Do run away if your death seems.
You're not joking, are you?
Just want something of a handful.
I don't mind. Keeps me on my toes. Yup. All right. Not today. Nope, not working.
like a big one.
Status ailments. Certain enemies can inflict status ailments such as poisoning or stamina draining. These can make battle extremely difficult, to avoid the attacks in questions if you can. If all else fails, certain spells and equipment effects may prove helpful.
Now might be a good time to heal yourself.
And run.
I am very aware of that. Thanks.
Points of interest and rewards. Spots all over. Praise, skills, further, condition, place, rewards, effort, find, challenge. Yeah.
I can feel it.
I know what you mean.
Oh, jeez.
Good night. All right.
Do you think you might consider getting hit a little less?
What do you think I am? Superhuman? You're mine.
Magic +1.
This should come in handy. Looks like the coast is clear.
Let's not get careless. Did you find something? Not the most impressive find.
Hey, a freebie's a freebie.
I sense a hostile presence. Be on your guard.
Yeah. Stay frosty. Got it.
If you're planning on getting some sleep, I don't think this is the place.
Just curious, that's all.
We got this.
They're gonna have to try harder than that.
Let's pray that they don't try too hard.
How far now?
Getting closer.
Bullseye! Gotta keep moving. Time is money.
Yes, and money is completely useless in Althea.
It can't be true, unless he's just talking about money from my world.
Hey, what's that over there?
How very peculiar.
That must be where the troll keeps his grass.
There's something in there. I can feel it.
Then let's venture inside and see what it is.
Cool dungeons, mysterious underground locations with a long-standing connection to the Tantas. They're full of enemies, but you can also find hugely powerful equipment in their depths. If you happen across one, it's well worth exploring carefully, of course.
Where are we?
Somewhere underground, I think.
Hey, come at me. Or are you scared?
Let's show them a thing or three.
Huh. Got you on your toes now.
Get out of the way.
Right in the sweet spot. Yeah. One more round? I think I'm feeling lucky.
Well, certainly good to see some enthusiasm.
The fervid cluster.
Here we go.
Such enthusiasm.
Oh, this. Oh, get the fuck back! That'll do it. Ha! Here it comes.
It's not much, but you never know.
There you are! Might as well hold on to this.
You can use that to heal yourself.
Good. Something tells me I'll need it.
Did I miss?
Need to try this cuff. Quick taste?
You really are too welcome.
Wait, seriously? I guess I could sprinkle some on you.
Man, I did miss some stuff here. Thanks a lot, Big Trouble Goddamn. Welcome to the stream. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I guess I did pick it up.
Was just thinking I could use something like this.
As long as you use it wisely.
Whoa.
I have to check. I have to go back. I have to check. Man, how dare I?
Check this out.
Perhaps it was worth coming here after all.
It was. How dare I miss so much loot? Firewood. Setting up camp. If you find some suitable firewood, you can use it to set up camp, allowing you to rest, restore health, and craft items help you on your adventure. Just hold down to start building your campfire. However, be aware that you could still be attacked by enemies, so you'll need to find a safe place to do this. Ooh, I could return to entrance. Ooh. Boss fight.
How about I show you what I can do?
What we can do, sure.
Ready for this?
Look out!
Didn't know I couldn't fight in the water.
Whoa! Oh, damn!
Oh, God.
Wonder what you think I'm here for, you know.
I sometimes wonder how come a little guy like you makes such a good shield.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Can I ride it?
Right on the money. All right. There.
The first moments of any battle are crucial.
You're
You'll
telling me.
need that if there are nasties lurking about the place.
Better keep it close.
spell expert at this point, no?
Please don't let it go to your head.
Oh, we found a hot spot. Nice. What's up, man? What if I'm missing lots of loot? No, I'm sure I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh. What if I'm missing loot in the hallway? No, okay, I'm fine. Whoa. What in the fuck?
What is this thing?
Something ancient and apparently broken.
Certified LMT? I don't know what that is. New magic is now available. Ancient altar inscription. To those who would seek to serve Athia, once the people of Reda were our allies. This changed the day they sent a demon to our land. It fed on our people's pain and would stop at nothing short of our destruction.
An ancient demon? Interesting.
Wonder
Oh,
how many
nice.
years ago that was.
Hell yeah, dude. That's a good idea. Orison, an ancient adornment that was hidden away in the deepest depths of a dungeon. Triggers an auto-heal effect when an enemy is defeated. Nice. Oh, that's amazing. I had no idea. Oh, I guess it automatically put it on, which is beautiful. Homer. Frey's cat and the only family she has. Homer started out as a stray who occasionally wandered in a Frey's apartment, but once Frey started feeding her new friend, a bond began to develop. They've been inseparable ever since. When Frey's apartment building burned down and she thought all hope was lost, her last good deed was to see that Homer had somewhere safe to live. Sad story. Lame mutant turtle. What's up, Lucy?
This time, let's try to steer clear of cute animals.
Noted. And this time, let's try to be less petulant and annoying, right?
I'm hardly petulant and annoying.
Agree to disagree.
Oh my god, that was insane.
Just try not to fall.
Hey, that's...
Ooh, more healing.
Well, do something.
We got this.
Happy to go on.
Happy as I'll ever be.
I agree. I'm actually having a good time. So of course, like one of the big things people were talking about were
might as well pocket this.
Kind of how bad the
Can you feel that? That's Tonta power, no mistaking it.
Must be something there.
It just treasure chest, yeah.
Is that the guild?
According to the map, it is, yes.
The graphics, you know, like we're really, it's
Not
unoptimized
bad,
and stuff, but I have this crazy PC that like
handy
supersedes any of it. Like it makes it so that I can actually do this.
When there's no one around, don't you?
Believe me, you're plenty of commotion all by yourself.
Last chance block. If Ray receives a blow heavy enough to reduce her health to 0, couple become unable to protect her for a short while, putting her in a very dangerous situation indeed. However, her ability to block will return eventually, and a successful killer blow can restore that instantly.
You okay, bub? Uh-oh.
Sweet stuff. Boy's diary. Memories. I knew deep down my mom and dad were dead. I've known it all along. So why am I even trying to get back to Sipal? What's the point? Robian's the one who needs to get back. He says the research he left in Praenost may be the secret to saving everyone, and he's never going to get there all the way back to Sipal. He's got me to worry about, so I've decided. I'm gonna sneak off tonight without telling him. He'll be better off without me, and one day, he'll prove that we didn't do all this for nothing. I knew he will. Goodbye, Robian.
What's this? Looks like someone left a note.
Why did this have to happen to a little kid?
The spread of the break. People forget it was a game designed for the PlayStation, so they can't expect much. I don't think that that's actually like what's going on. I think the big issue is the Luminous engine needs to be put to bed. Game engines are a lot of they're really expensive to build, right? And game companies will do everything they can to try and milk everything that they can out of it. And they bit off more than they can chew, because even apparently on the PlayStation 5, it's not looking so good. If you even have it on performance mode, so that you can try and get the best frames out of it or whatever, the frames are dipping to pretty ridiculous things. Something that you wouldn't expect to see if it was made, you know, if it was made much more, especially with the system in mind. So the bigger issue is that it's much more, it's not exactly optimized, probably released too early. Almost another Cyberpunk situation. But I was curious because I have a crazy powerful PC, so I decided to get it, and everything's on max settings, and everything works out beautifully. So I wouldn't say Cyberpunk, more so that I would say kind of like Pokemon, right? Like Pokemon has a lot of trouble running on the native console that it was fucking made for. If the Switch was more powerful, it would definitely run a whole lot smoother, but we can't play Pokemon on PC in order to make that happen, so yeah, running everything at Ultra is crazy. It's not supposed to be easy. Yeah, kind of. But that's also something that I've always been angry at PC gaming for, and it's also the reason why I bought this machine once I found out about the raw fucking power of a 4090. Like, the jump between a 3080 and a 4090 is like 75% more power. And I can't quite remember a time before in which it has been, like, such a case, so fervently brutal in that so that's why I kind of jumped on it. I was like, this is an era in gaming that we can take advantage of it if you have the capabilities to take out a loan to afford it, you know. That's like really the big thing. Yeah. Now my wish of being able to run everything on Ultra is completely and totally come true. And it only costs like $5,000, no big deal. Another thing that I'm really happy about, for those who are coming back, I'm playing with a PlayStation 5 controller, and all of the haptic feedback and the trigger sensitivity and everything like that is working as intended, exactly as it would be if I'm playing on a PlayStation 5. And that was something that I was a little worried about, because I quite enjoy the haptic feedback on the PS5. So that's another thing that's super mega awesome. So I haven't found out if it will do so on Bluetooth, and that's something maybe we can take a look at. A weathered map that was likely drawn by a refugee from Prenos as they fled to Cipal to escape the encroaching break, while a little crude and surprisingly detailed, with important landmarks clearly noted and sightings of the broken carefully logged. Based on these logs, one can surmise that the region around Cipal was still relatively free from the influence of the break, even as the other realms had begun to fall. Once a human has been corrupted by the break, that there is no reversing the effects. Should initial contact be limited to a single body's extremity, a person can retain their humanity for a while, but the corruption inevitably spreads, eventually transforming the person tainted by its influence into a monster. If it doesn't already, kill them first. Yeah.
Looks like this map shows the spread of the break, but it's pretty different from how things are now. Must be from a few years ago.
It's entirely useless, in other words. Wonderful.
Fast travel. You can fast travel back to Cipal or any of Pilgrim's Refuge cities that you visited from the map section in the menu. There may be certain points in the story or certain events during which you won't be able to use this feature.
Could probably chill here for a while.
Wonderful. I, for one, can't wait to take a load off.
Take a load of what?
Thinking of making something?
I have no idea what purple magic means. Oh, auto effect trigger. Okay. Okay. Cool. Speaking of resting and restoring your health, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for the night. Thank you guys very much for spending this time with me and checking out this game.
Wish I wasn't.
We'll probably be right back with this game once I have a nap. Oh, actually, here, before we do anything, I want to test if the Bluetooth will work with this. Let's check this out. I will unplug. Add a Bluetooth device. Whoa. Add device, Bluetooth. It's flash blinking. This wouldn't happen to be unknown device, would it? My problem is I don't know how to properly add a PlayStation. Maybe I gotta hold down the PlayStation button for longer. I mean, it's blinking pretty fast. Oh well, that's something I might have to fuck with later. Here, let's try and read how to pair PS5 controller to PC Bluetooth. Oh, hold both of those things. There we go. Wireless controller is paired. Let's pop back in a game and let's see if it picks it up. It does not seem to be very happy about this. Nothing is happening. So I guess that would be the downside, is that if I wanted to play with the PlayStation 5 haptic feedback, I might need to have it actually physically plugged in. Well, we don't know that. Let's actually quit the game and restart it and see if that will do the trick. Nothing. Yeah, I guess it just absolutely needs to be plugged in via USB in order to work. Yep, moment I plugged it in. Works immediately. Anyway. I'll do some more Googling and see if I can find some sort of solution for that. I wonder if they probably want you to buy like an official PlayStation Bluetooth dongle or some shit like that in order to make it work. That would be a shame. That would be a shame. In any case, thank you guys once again. I love you very much. And I'll be seeing you when I wake up. Thank you so much. I love you. Bye.